Welcome and thanks for joining me right here on The Solution is You. I appreciate each one of you who have taken time to tune in. If you enjoy the content, then make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. With that, let's go ahead and get into today's subject. Now, today I've put together 8 money making ideas, and this is for those of you who are having trouble making ends meet. I know there's a lot of challenges and there's different types of obstacles out there that get in the way of you living the type of life that you would like to make. And the whole focus of my channel is to help individuals just like yourself, uh, pretty much anyone who just needs guidance or some reinforcement in going out, being comfortable with yourself, and living the best life possible. So I put together 8 money making ideas. Now, some of these you may have heard of, but I feel like I have a duty just to go out and just help people. Doesn't matter who you are, anyone who needs the information and can use the information, you're more than welcome. And what I find is that, we all have things in common. So we all have feelings and emotions, and we go through different things in life. Now, what makes me unique? Well, really nothing. I'm just like you. So I go out and I do whatever I can to make honest living, and I try to do right by everyone, and I hope for the best. So I go in and I put in my best effort. And so I hope that you are doing the same, and I hope that you get something out of my message. So, the first money making idea on the list is a resume builder. Now, everyone at some point needs some sort of income, and resumes are a great way for someone to promote themselves. And with the number of employment opportunities that are out here, everyone needs a resume. And with this resume building, you don't need to do anything that's too sophisticated in order to make money from building a resume. All you need is a computer, and the templates are readily available online. And with people who are moving and have to be at multiple places at once, they don't have time to put together a resume. So there are a lot of people who need someone like you who can go out and you can market and present yourself as the best resume builder to get them that opportunity that they've been longing for. So as long as you have the aptitude and the ability to market yourself and promote yourself and build someone else's resume so that you can set them up for success, you can do this out of the comfort of your own home. And like I said, there are templates that are readily available online. There's no need to try to invent something when the information is already out there for you. The only thing you have to do is turn the key. There's nothing special that you have to do. The templates are out there. The only thing you have to do is find the templates, get the individual's information, and build the resume. Just make it look professional, make it look concise, and do the best job possible to put this person at the top of the list to get in their opportunity. Number two, sell items online. Also, you can do this locally. So this goes without saying. I don't want to go too deep into selling items online, but there are several sites you can sell things online. You can eBay, you can go to Mercari, Poshmark, just to name a few. So these are online sites that you can go ahead and get into right away. And you can start by selling things for around the house that you no longer use, things of value. So this does require you to go and do some research so that you don't waste your time and that you can make the most of your day and your effort by finding out what's selling so that you can get in the game and start making some money. And you can put money in your pocket just working from home. And a lot of these apps you can download on your phone, and it doesn't get any easier. Also, you can sell items at the local flea market. So if you do your research and you determine that there's a local flea market, you can find out what it takes to go out and you can sell items at the flea market. There's a lot of people who go out to the flea markets on the weekends, and this is a perfect opportunity for you to get out and you can mingle and get to know other vendors and make you some money. Also, pop-up shops. Pop-up shops are very popular. So you have to find a niche or something that you can flip or sell and go out to the pop-up shops. Again, you have to do your research and find out where these pop-up shops are being held. Now, I'm not telling you anything that I haven't done myself, or I have a lot of experience, or I know someone who has experience in these things. So I'm not going to tell you anything that I haven't had experience with myself. So when you go out to the pop-up shops or whether it's the flea market or selling online, these are perfect opportunities for you to start you a business or a side hustle and make some type of cash from the comfort of your home or just in your local area. Number three is junk removal. So if you are a person and you're at home and you have a decent sized vehicle, say you have a large SUV or you have a pickup truck, you there's plenty of money that's in the junk removal business or industry. So you can make use of this vehicle. You can market yourself by putting your small ad in the paper. It doesn't cost that much. Or you can go to your local directory and find out how much it will cost to run maybe an ad for a month. Put your ad in the paper. Market yourself as someone who does junk removal. So you can go around different residences or businesses, and you can use your vehicle to basically take junk from their garage or wherever they have it, and you can take it to the local recycling plant or you can take it to the trash dumpster or wherever it's appropriate. Just make sure that you're doing things within the law. But there's a lot of money involved with removing junk. And with things moving so fast, people get so busy and they get caught up in their everyday life that they don't have time. So they're willing to pay someone, no matter how much it takes, they're willing to pay someone else just to do something that's so simple. And if you have a vehicle that's just sitting outside, you're not making much use of it, you might as well go ahead and make you some great money removing junk. This is a perfect way to stay in shape. This is a way to make connections. This is also a way to find you some items that you may can sell online or you can sell locally at a flea market or a pop-up shop. Junk doesn't always mean that it's something that cannot be used or it's something that is less desirable. Junk is just something that someone no longer wants. So this could be something that could be in perfectly good shape. This could be a mass amount of items that they no longer want. So sometimes they may have boxes upon boxes of comic books from 20 years ago, or it could be a bunch of jewelry, or it could be um, anything. It could be some collectibles, some vintage items that they no longer want because they don't have any room for them. And this could make up some of your inventory. So you can have something that you can pass on to someone else, or you can make money off of them. Number 4 is cleaning houses or businesses. So this is an excellent way to make money. Again, people are so busy out here. They have different jobs and they have children and they have so much going on in their life that they don't have time to clean houses or businesses. And then, to them, this is something that is really not something that they want to do themselves. So someone is always willing to pay someone else to keep their stuff clean, to be thorough, and it's nothing like coming home to a clean house or a business. So they'll be willing to pay you top dollar to come in and do a great job keeping their stuff clean, dusting, mopping, sweeping, that sort of thing. And there are residences and businesses that are willing to pay you. Only thing you have to do is market yourself. And a lot of times this is just getting the appropriate license with your county, setting up a bank account, creating your assumed name, and going out and handling business. And a lot of times you don't even have to create assumed name. Assumed name could be just your own personal name. You have to understand that there's no limitations on what you can do. There's no reason why you should have to procrastinate because of this or that, or there's always ways to get started as a sole proprietor, and you can work under your name until you can get things going, and then you can scale from there. Number 5, you can cut or braid hair. So if you have some clippers, or maybe you can go out and just spend a few dollars on some clippers, or if you're a woman and you enjoy braiding hair, understand that make a business out of whatever it is that you're doing. Don't do it for free unless this is going to lead to some deal or someone investing in you, or you just doing it as a sample to bring in more business. But always look to get compensated for a skill that you have. When you go out and you sell yourself short by doing everything for free, you're basically devaluing your skills and your talents. So at that point, people are always going to expect something free from you because you're not demanding respect and you're not demanding them value what you bring. So if you have some good clippers, or you can just go out and just make a small investment, just make a one-time investment in the clippers or the hair materials that you need, things that you need to braid hair, the oils or whatnot. And then you can even have your customers bring the hair or whatever. You can always work that out. But go ahead and put whatever skills that you have when it comes to doing hair to work. Number 6 is computer repair. So if you're the geek and you are very well versed in fixing computers, this is something that you do. So you out there and you can put some peripherals together, and you can perhaps work on computer screens when they break or crack. You can put them together. You're pretty decent with working on motherboards and processors and things like that, or just troubleshooting computer programs, things of that nature, and you're very good at these types of things, then don't let that talent go to waste. Market yourself. It's so easy to get out and market yourself with social media, with business cards, with uh, newspaper ads. There's things that don't even cost you that much money that you can do to promote yourself. Word of mouth, flyers. There's all sorts of things that you can do to promote yourself, put yourself in front of the public eye. Have patience. That's what you have to have. You have to have patience. Nothing takes off immediately. Have patience and put yourself out there to start making money immediately. almost everyone has some type of computer or tablet or something out there that they can't afford the high price of having it fixed at a lot of these shops. And some of these shops, they are so in demand that there's a waiting list or a waiting period, and people can't afford to wait. They just can't. They have to handle business. They have to communicate with family and business partners, so they can't afford to wait. And if they have someone like you who maybe can have some type of a mobile service where you can run out to their house or their business, get it back up and running, you can save them time and money. And if you're providing excellent service, they can promote you just by word of mouth, just by referral. So there's just so much opportunity out here, and it's right in front of you for the taking. The next one, number 7, is event decorator. So if you are a person, especially women, and you're good at decorating when it comes to parties and receptions and weddings and things of this nature, put your decorating skills to work. Show people what you can do it well, promote yourself, and do what you have to bring in business. Decorating is one of those things that's very fun, and it's nothing like looking at what you've done, the work that you put in, and everyone else takes pride in it along with yourself. When you can put together a great wedding experience, the moment could be everlasting. There's a lot of you out there right now, women, who can decorate, but you're not too sure of yourself. You're not too sure if people are going to take to your decorating style. But you have to understand, when you get in position and you start doing these things on the regular, that means decorating for people, you're going to improve as you go. So there may have been something that you're used to doing, and after so long, you might try it a different way, and you find that the different way actually works better for you. So it's one of those things where you have to learn as you go. Learning from mistakes is what ultimately makes you into a great person, into a person with superb skills. So don't downplay yourself, don't downplay your skills. Always be open to new ideas and have confidence in yourself. Number 8 is auto repair. So there are men and women who are pretty savvy with cars and know how to repair them. You may be good with electronics or electrical work. You may be good with upholstery. You may be good with just troubleshooting. You may be good with computers and diagnostics. So you may be a person who can diagnose engine trouble, and you can overhaul an engine or a transmission. There's so much money to be made with the auto industry. As you know, inflation is a huge deal, and there are people who always need their car worked on. And I mean, this is just a huge moneymaker, because you have to keep your car on the road, you have to go to work, you have to get the kids to school, you have to go to college, you have to go to the grocery store, and everything costs money. So there are people who have multiple cars. There are people who have commercial vehicles. There's so much involved when it comes to auto repair, and people are willing to pay you whatever it takes to keep their car on the road. So you have to keep this in mind and market yourself. Make sure that you're doing the best job possible so that your word of mouth can flow and people have your name readily available in case their car breaks down or they need some advice. They can give you a call. So now, when it comes to supplies, I want to give you just a few ideas to keep in mind where you can get some supplies. And also, this has a lot to do with if you're struggling to make ends meet and you don't have a whole lot of money. So what you can do is you can go to your local Goodwill. Goodwill has a great number of supplies, or electronics that are available. I'm talking about computer monitors, sometimes computer processors. They have all types of TVs and so many other supplies that are there where you can go there and look and see what they have available, and they may have exactly what you need to get started: tables, chairs, things like that, at very low cost that you can purchase. You can maybe clean up a little bit, maybe do a little bit of fixing up, and you can use this to get started with your business depending on what it is. So there's also not only the Goodwill retail store, but they have the Goodwill outlet. So some of you may not be familiar with the Goodwill outlet. Now, the outlets charge by the pound. So I do have an outlet that's about an hour from my house, and I go there often. And at the Goodwill outlet, they charge about $1.69 a pound. So you spend about $25-$30 or so, you can pretty much leave with a whole cart full. And I mean, they sell everything from used and new clothing to electronics. They have like printers and computers and TVs. They have all sorts of fans and um, anything that you can find at the Goodwill retail stores. They send all of that merchandise that's not selling, they send all of that to the Goodwill outlet. And that's where the stuff is sent as a last effort to be sold before it all goes to recycling. So, I mean, anything that you will find in terms of supplies, I mean, pens, pencils, I mean, you find these things, just mass amount of items out there, notebooks, journals, all sorts of folders, backpacks. A lot of this stuff is brand new. A lot of this stuff is brand new. Most of it is used, but there is a great deal of it that is brand new, just sitting out there. Shoes, all sorts of things that you can use to furnish a business that you're starting, so that you can spend as less money as possible, but have the most items to get started. Also, you can go to your local thrift. So, say if you don't have a Goodwill outlet, and maybe you don't have a Goodwill that's as close to you, then you can go to whatever thrift store that is close to you. And again, look for these same types of items that can get you started with your business. The dollar store is an excellent place to go and source a lot of low price items that you can use to get started. Um, in the automotive aisle in the dollar store, they have all types of screwdrivers and tools and armor all and um, gloves and wash rags, terry cloths, all sorts of flashlights and electrical components and things like that. Um, Tape. There's all sorts of items that can be sold um, at the dollar store that you can get to jumpstart your business, no matter what type of business that you're trying to get off the ground. You can also go to garage and yard sales. There's plenty of items there. And there's always someone, kind of like when you're doing the junk removal business, where people are just trying to get rid of stuff, and they're willing to negotiate and get rid of things that are in perfectly good condition. And so this can be items that you can use to go back and resell, or you can hand them off to someone else. Maybe someone else wants to pay you to take them off your hands, or it may be some items that you can just hold on to, and they may gain value over time, and then you can possibly sell them later. There's all sorts of things that you can do. This is more about an investment, or making connections, than it is about making immediate money all the time. You always have to see what angle can you play in order to get an advantage. So another thing is you can go to your local library. Local library, when you're trying to save money or you're trying to make the best out of your situation. Maybe your computer is not running or something like that. Maybe you don't have a printer at home. Go ahead and go down to your local library. They have all of that stuff there. You can print off copies. You can um, read books. You can check out books. There may be some videos that you can check out and to study up on whatever niche that you're in, or whatever you need to know. You can go down to the local library, and they have all sorts of tools readily available for you. So I hope that you learned something out of today's message. You took something away. Most of all, just know, trust the process. Anything that's worth doing is not easy and it's not quick. Trust the process. Remember, time is an investment. Don't always look as an investment as how much money you make. Money is only a tool to get the things that you ultimately need in life, but time is an investment. So sometimes I guarantee you the effort that you put in up front will pay off dividends in the end. And do not penny pinch or what I call play defense all the time. You have to get on offense. If you notice in sports, when someone is always playing defense, it's a low scoring game. You can get nowhere. You won't ever get much anywhere if you're always playing defense, scoring low. You have to get on offense and start making some plays. I thank you for listening to me today. Please understand that the solution is you. With that, have a great day.